All right, good morning and greetings from South Georgia, USA. Greetings to the entire world. Out here feeding the cows. And there is Tiger right there. Tiger, the miracle bull that survived for 21 days underneath a collapsed structure with no way to get out. So he stood there for 21 days without food and water. I guess he laid down some. There were two others under there and they did perish. But as I said, God had this happen for a reason. Yes, Tiger had to stand there a long time. I don't guess he was in pain, but he didn't know what was going on, I'm quite sure. And I'm quite sure Tiger called out too. I'm sure that he called out in his cow way to see if, and I expect some of the other cows, there were some that did not get trapped. And I expect they called back to him. But the cows couldn't get him out. They didn't understand what was going on, and we didn't know he was under there. We thought all of them had left the property or had died out in the woods. But I said that this happened to Tiger for a reason. And the reason, in my opinion, is that God used Tiger that God used the incident with Tiger to help me spread the gospel of Jesus Christ. And he did. And I know that the idea of this bull being under there 21 days without food and water, it did bring tears to many people's eyes. But an amazing thing happened because I was able to capture the rescue of Tiger, and it did a great deal for my channel. YouTube does not put your channel up to very many people automatically. You know, now I think that they do put some channels up that might, channels about Jesus Christ, no, I don't think they do. But they had to, once this happened with Tiger. And the saying is that it went viral, and people from all over the world started telling other people, hey, look at this amazing thing. Well, I'm happy to report to you, you can see Tiger, how good he looks now, but I'm also happy to report to you that he is going to be a daddy. And there is his wife right there, that longhorn cow. And he has bred her. And so I'm glad about that, because that's the bull that I wanted to build my herd upon. He has the characteristics that I want on my farm, which is the Dexter characteristics. But I did want to give you an update on Tiger, and I'm going to do hopefully I have prepared a talk replying to a comment that I got from an atheist lady, I think it's a lady, that made a comment on my video titled "Calling All Atheists." Again, the second time that I've done that, calling all atheists. And I was struck by her excellent comment and truthfulness and honestly, a very respectful comment, saying that frankly she could not see a God. She did not believe in God, and she could not make herself believe in God. And it occurred to me this morning that the story of Tiger, the miracle bull, has similarities to the problem that atheists have, which is that they can't see that there's a God. And I can tell you this, when Tiger was in that structure, he could not see out. He was locked in there. He might have been strong enough to break out if he had understood that he could, but it did not appear. He could not see out of that structure. And he called out, I'm sure. He didn't call out when I was anywhere near it, or I would have known he was under there, but I'm quite sure he called out. Whenever we did get him out, I could tell he was quite hoarse. So this incident with him being trapped in a building that he could not see out of has given me an idea of how I can help and try to help people that are atheists change their mind about that there is no God. And I will talk about that later. I actually wrote down the reply to that lady. And after we get through feeding the cows, I'll sit down in there in the greenhouse where it'll be nice and warm, and I'll try to explain that and show you how that it does relate to the situation that Tiger was in. So we're going to pause now, and I will meet you again in the greenhouse.